She walked onto the bridge like a ghost, silent, unnoticed, uninvited. 90 minutes later, the entire U.S. carrier strike operation collapsed until she returned. Not as a civilian, but as the one person holding the key to saving them all. Before we dive into this hidden military drama, tell us, which country are you watching from? If you love untold stories about heroes who work in the shadows, subscribe now and join us every week for stories that reveal the truth behind the uniform. The U.S. Aegis sliced through the Pacific, a floating fortress packed with over 5,000 sailors. Everyone on board was preparing for Operation Stillwater, a top-secret missile defense simulation years in the making. On the bridge, Admiral Zephyr Thorne, decorated and commanding, scanned the room with the assurance of a man used to complete control. And then there was her, a silver-haired woman in a plain navy suit, taking quiet notes beside the navigation console. No name tag, no rank, barely a glance from anyone. She moved like furniture, but noticed everything, until Admiral Thorne spotted her. "Who authorized a civilian on my bridge?" he snapped, voice echoing across the silent room. No one spoke. Not a single officer defended her. Without resistance, the woman Merritt Aldridge was escorted out, her notebook closed, her eyes scanning every reaction as if collecting data. To the crew, she was nothing. To Admiral Thorne, she was a protocol breach. To the mission, she was essential. But no one knew it yet. Exactly 87 minutes later, Operation Stillwater launched. But something was wrong. Terribly wrong. The launch system failed. Command codes were rejected. Backup systems went dark. Even Admiral Thorne's personal override code was denied. Foreign observers in the room looked at each other, eyebrows raised. General Blackburn of the Joint Chiefs stepped forward, concern in every word. If your systems can't authenticate during a simulation, what happens in a real attack? The bridge descended into controlled chaos, and then the door slid open. She was back. Merritt Aldridge didn't ask for permission. She walked straight to the console. Security moved to stop her until another officer said just 3 words, "Let her pass." She entered a 16-digit code from memory. The screen blinked. The voice of the ship's AI returned, "Sovereign override accepted. Welcome, Director Aldridge." Silence. Then, gasps. On screen, Shadow 7 Authority, active. A clearance level no one on the bridge had ever seen. A level above, even Admiral Thorne. She wasn't just a civilian. She was the highest authority in the room. Admiral Thorne, now pale, could barely speak. General Blackburn leaned in, whispering, "You've never met a shadow director before, have you?" No one had. That was the point. They were embedded across the military's silent, invisible sentinels, answerable only to the President and the Joint Chiefs. The last line of defense. With precision, Merritt brought the systems back online. Codes authenticated, communications restored, the operation resumed. Crisis averted. No ceremony, no celebration. Just a simple command. Proceed with the drill. Later, Admiral Thorne found her standing alone on the flight deck, wind tugging at her silver-streaked hair as jets landed against a crimson Pacific sunset. He asked how long she'd been on board. Her answer? 3 years. 3 years. Watching, waiting, protecting without recognition. "Why wasn't I told?" he asked. She smiled gently. "Because if you knew, so might others." Her mission was complete. She left the ship that night without a word, without ceremony. A ghost once more. In the weeks that followed, rumors spread through the ship. The woman with the hidden authority. The guardian no one saw coming. Some said she had supernatural clearance. Others said she was a myth. But Admiral Thorne knew the truth. He began noticing the quiet ones more, the watchers in the corners, because he knew they might just be the next Merritt Aldridge. If this story gripped you, don't keep it to yourself. Like, comment, and share this video with someone who believes true power doesn't always wear a uniform. And if you want more real-life military dramas, inspiring twists, and secret heroes, subscribe now and turn on notifications. We've got stories the world needs to hear.